Unfortunately, yeah, it's true. Black women do settle for less when it comes to a lot of things. And most of it has to do with how we was brought up and how society treats us. I've been lucky enough to have a mom who always had high standards, so it was ingrained in me to have them as well. Black women, when I tell you, and I've been thinking about this for a very long time, that it is going to be us that will change the dynamic for Black people. Because we have more than one way to change and improve the narrative of how Black people are viewed. I strongly believe that women do control the world and the men will follow. We should be improving our self-worth, improving our finances, our careers, choosing better men, even if the man just so happens to not be Black. Working on our appearances, making these changes and taking it seriously is so imperative because it is going to change the standard of the Black culture. We need to get it out of our heads that Black women are not being chosen because that is a lie to keep us at the bottom. We need to choose to live in better neighborhoods, improve our social circles, and improve our lifestyles overall. And we need to do it so much where Black women are not known for settling for a life of struggle. And from what I've noticed, the Black women in luxury movement, the feminine Black women movement, I think it is going to help us get there. Representation is key because we are now seeing Black women living happy lifestyles and refusing to settle. And for that to be our culture, we need to be doing that for decades on end. That is just my opinion. I will be speaking more on this topic, so please follow for more.
Hi guys, good morning. Just wanted to do a quick video on the victors and the spoils. And what I find now is we know who the victors are in the relationship game. The victors are men who are fit, who have resources, and we know on the women's side it's very beautiful, gorgeous women who are fit, intelligent, and considered to be wife material. To these victors remain the spoils, and they are the ones who will dictate what the criteria for a good mate is, and something that we cannot ignore. A lot of people want to think that the others, those who are not successful in the dating game, can dictate what a suitable man should be or what a suitable woman would be. And that's what I see the manosphere and the Black women empowerment space trying to do. It's not the victors. We're not hearing from those people who are successful in successful marriages, people who have a track record of helping others to enter into relationships, and that we're not hearing from them. We're hearing from people who are a bit bitter and people who are a bit upset with the current dating climate. And they are, in a way, they're showing this dating market in a very negative way. Now, I have seen people get married, people have relationships, and it happened organically. A lot of it never happened through dating websites, although we can't discount that. Some of it happens just, a coworker. I've seen that. A coworker met the coworker and probably from another department went out and had dinner or lunch, and after a few months or so, they decided, hey, it's something that I wanted to do. A lot of people met people in school, and out of meeting them in school, now they're in a position where they're in a long-term relationship with that person, and then, they move to the next step. But we cannot have this negative view of the opposite sex, and that's what I think is coming from those who are not successful in the dating or relationship market. They have a very dystopian view, a very negative view. They tend to think that all women are horrible, and from the men's side and on the women's side, all men are horrible. And when you hear that, you know that that person has an issue, because they are wonderful people around. Fantastic people. And I like to go back to Jordan Peterson. Your concern is not the dating market. Your concern is finding someone for yourself if you are in the market for that. Because listen, a batting average in the Major League Baseball of 300, that means that, out of 10 pitches, you hit 3 balls. And that's a fantastic batting average. And when you think about it, if someone can, you can find someone out there out of 100 people, and you can find one that is truly someone that you can spend your life with, you have hit success, because you only need one person. And so my message is, what are the successful men looking for? Listen to them. Find out what it is that they want. What are the very attractive, very congenial, very agreeable women wanting? Find out what that is, and that's what a man should try to emulate. Because when I look at it, I look at who was Bill Gates' first wife, who was Jeff Bezos' first wife, what kind of person were they? And I found with Bill Gates that it was someone who he worked with. I'm not sure about Jeff Bezos' wife, but she looks like she's an accomplished person in her own right. And, you look at those things, and you have to start to have a positive view as you go out into the world, because you will find that people are very guarded and they're hearing a lot of negative messages. These negative messages are not coming from the right sources. These messages should be coming from people who have successful marriages, successful relationships, people who have battle scars. Because anyone who tells you that marriage is a dream is not being honest. You go through struggles, you go through difficulties, but you learn to be resilient, because it's not a 100-meter race, it's a marathon. And these are the things that I think that is not being told to people, and a lot of people give up very early in relationships. I know there's some things that you should never compromise with. No physical abuse should ever happen in a relationship. That's a no-no. And cheating and those things, those are no-nos. But what you'll find in a lot of couples, that the arguments tend to be over nothings, things that when you look back at it, you can't even remember a year later what you argued about. But these are things that I think that couples should work on. And people are in different stages. Those looking for a mate, I think that they should be honest with themselves in that, are they ready to get a mate? And if you're not ready to get a mate, then you should get yourself ready for that. I spoke of my personal journey when I was younger, that I got myself in shape and I started to read more, and that was very good for me. And I think that a lot of people, you need to fix yourself before you go off to others. But sitting down and listening to the negative message about the other half, if you're a man listening to negative stuff about women, or a woman listening to negative stuff about a man, where does that leave you? Does it improve you? Does it make you better? That's something that we should think about. Thank you guys. I plan to do more of these chats with you guys, and my hope is that we can help and grow together as we tackle many different issues. Thank you guys.